welcome to our statistics guided notes. Today we're going to be going over kind of hodgepodge of everything that we did in our statistics unit. So we are going to see a couple box plots, we're going to see some stem and leaf plots, dot plots, and then right at the end we're going to quickly review relative frequency. So starting with this first problem, the following box plot was created to represent data collected about the number of movies watched by college students during a 6-month period. When we're looking at this box plot, there are only a few numbers that we can actually pull from it. We call it our 5-number summary. 5-number summary. This includes the minimum, Q1, the median, Q3, and the maximum. However, only the minimum and the maximum are actual numbers that are in the data, right? Because when I'm looking for my median, sometimes I have to find a number that's in the middle, and it might not actually be in my data set. I'm not sure. Same thing with Q1 and Q3. So what we're going to look for on this dot plot is my min and my max. Here my minimum was 5. My maximum was 20. So I'm looking for a data set that has both 5 and 20. And there's only one answer choice that would contain both 5 and 20. This next question, the line plot shows the number of pounds of fish eaten by each dolphin at the zoo. So here we have a line plot. So it's just like a dot plot but there are X's instead of dots. And if you noticed, it's numbered by 2. So it's 16, and then this one would be 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 34. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in those numbers, and then we're going to write out all the data so that we can analyze it. So from here, I had 2 above 18, so 18, 18. I had 1 right in between 18 and 20, so I'm going to say there was 119, 120, 122, 126, 3 31s, and a 34. I'm going to say that was my whole data set. And now, we just have to compare. Which one of these contains all the same data from our line plot? So we're looking for a stem and leaf plot that has all of these numbers. All right. We are actually going to do a 2-page video today, so I'm going to keep going onto this problem because I wanted us to practice our relative frequency. So we're remembering that percents can be parts of graph and data too. So here, Hector surveyed all the 6th graders at his school about their favorite after-school activity. The table shows the results that were used to make a bar graph, but this isn't what we normally think of as a bar graph. So I'm going to say, that's a little bit different. And if we notice, these are given in quantities. So we're going to say these are quantities or numbers. These are all given in percents. So we have 2 options. Our options are, 1, we can convert table to percents, or 2, we can compare as is. So as it is, the table shows us that music should be the highest, and reading should be the lowest. Even if I don't know what the percent is, I know that music should have the highest percent. So this bar graph where they're all the same can't be possible. And this bar graph where reading, sports, and video games are the same can't be possible. Because reading should be lower than sports and video games. With these last two, it looks like, okay, reading is lower, sports and video games are about the same, and then music is a little bit bigger. So these ones are comparable. To figure this out, I'm going to find my total. So I'm going to add up, okay, 44 plus 55 plus 55 plus 66. When I add that up, I'm getting, 4, 6, 20, and 22. So 220. So my total equals 220. Then I'm going to divide by the total. So I'm going to take this 44 from reading. Take, 44 divided by 220. I can't do that as of right now, so I'm going to add my decimal. And I say, 220 would go into 440 2 times. I subtract, and I'm good. So my decimal for reading is 2/10. To get my percent, I'm swooping 2 times, and I would get 20%. So I'm looking for reading to be right at 20%, which here it is. This one fell at about 15%, so that one can't be right. This one fell at about 11%, so that can't be right. This one fell at 25%, so that can't be right. I wanted it to fall at exactly 20%, so we're going to choose answer choice C. Remember to bring any questions that you have to small group. And your Google Classroom question for today is going to be this one. So this is your classroom question. There are instructions for this online. So when you click on the question, instructions will come up to kind of help you remember what IQR is. We are going to have kind of a longer lesson today, and depending on the class and kind of what's going on with STAR at the time, we may not be able to do Prodigy, but I will just kind of let y'all know as information comes up. For now, you're just working on the rest of your packet, or Prodigy if we're able to. It kind of varies from class to class.